Hey guys, so since it's spring now and we're going into summer, I wanted to go ahead and kind of do a video where I spotlight some of my favorite colorful palettes, okay? Y'all know I live in the land of color. I love color. I have a whole series on how to incorporate color into your makeup life. For those of you who aren't as color biased as I am. And so I wanted to kind of do a video that spotlight, however you say that, places a spotlight on some of my favorite colorful palettes, okay? Some of these might not be available still, okay? Some of them you might be able to find at like a Nordstrom Rack or something like that, especially the Urban Decay one. But yeah, these are my favorite colorful palettes that I have in my collection right now. I didn't even grab all of them. I forgot about these on here. And when I say colorful palettes, I'm talking about palettes that are basically rainbow palettes, okay? Palettes that will give you a little bit of pink, a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple, a little bit of green. You know, not palettes that have a strong color story, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to be talking about a Juvia's Place Tribe or, you know, something like that, something that has a definite color focus, okay? So these are basically rainbow palettes, okay? All right. All right, so up first is Vizart. I can never remember how to say it, and I've heard the girl that owns it say it, and I think it's Viseart. But Viseart's editorial palette. So this is their editorial '08 palette. Well, that's what's on the back. This is their old packaging. I've had this palette for a minute. And Viseart makes some of the best mattes on the market, okay? Some of the best mattes on the market. This is your typical rainbow palette. I'm trying to make sure you get the right color saturation because my lights do tend to wash things out. But you have your purples, your reds, your pinks, your oranges, your greens, and your yellows. And you have a few shades of each in there. And as you can see, like at the corner, you have your blue where your blue meets green. And then same thing here. So, and then you also have a white. Viseart's eyeshadows are these type of eyeshadows that you can mix on the eye or on your brush. So if you wanted to have a more neon, like a more neon orange, you could easily take the white and the orange on your brush, mix it, and you would be able to mix those pigments on your eye. Not every eyeshadow brand or eyeshadow you can do that with. So that is one reason why I love Viseart. And y'all know I have both of their Grand Pro palettes. I have 2 or 3 more of their little 12-pan palettes. And this is a good, very, very good, what you call it, rainbow palette. It is pricey. It is Viseart. So you're looking at, I think, $80. You can find these for $60 pretty often other places or whatever. So yeah, Viseart editorial. This one is discontinued, so I'm sorry, but this is Urban Decay's Kristen Leanne. Okay, here's what that looks like. This is not the most colorful, okay? It's not the most colorful, but because it has that, oh, oops, because it has the blues, the purples, the yellows, and the green, I feel like you can get a good amount of looks. And then it has like a transformer shade in this little two-sided white and blue or whatever. And so with this palette you can go neutral, and I have another palette in here that you can do neutral also with the golds and the blacks, but you can also get really good colors from this blue. And the blues that they have in this palette are so pretty. This is TRM from the palette. I'm not gonna swatch all of them, but do y'all see that blue? Like, mercy, it is like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, Kristen Leanne from Urban Decay, and this is one of the ones I would say that you could find probably at like a Nordstrom Rack or something, because I do know that they aren't selling it anymore at like your Ultas or anything like that. Golly, that blue is beautiful. I want that all over my eye. All over my eye. All right. So these are the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments, and I am not sure if they still sell them as singles. I know that you can get them as a palette, like an actual cardboard palette now. But these pigments are top notch. So and this company is going to be in here also, but one of my favorite brands for colorful shadows is Sugarpill. These to me are on par with Sugarpill. You have a good selection of shades. You have all your purples. Let me get closer. You have all your purples, all your blue shades that you would need. I do feel as if they could probably add in a lighter red color, a lighter pink color, and then maybe a more like a green in between those two greens. But otherwise, good selection of shades, and the pigmentation on these colors is incredible, and they blend very well. The only one I have issues with is going to be this forest green color, which can tend to go a bit patchy, but all you need to do is take a little bit of extra time with it and you'll be fine. But these shadows are so good, and they're all matte. And I meant to say the Viseart was all matte too. The Kristen Leanne was shimmer, but these are just incredible. Great quality. All right, what is a colorful palette video without mentioning at least one Juvia's Place palette? I chose the Masquerade palette just because of these two top rows, okay? These first two top rows, this is all neutral down here, but these two top rows are so pretty. We all know Juvia's shimmer shades are incredible. They are some of the smoothest, some of the most pigmented shimmers out there, and these are just, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. So and to me a lot of times when we go colorful, we don't oftentimes do full-on rainbow eyes. Most people will choose a color and work neutrals around that color, and because of that, this palette is great because you have your neutrals and then you have your pops, right? So you can do your browns and then pop your blue and blend it out, or do your colors on your lower lash line, your neutrals on the upper lid or whatever. So this is a great colorful palette. All right, so this is a palette. I really don't know if it's still available for them to make it like this, but this is my Sugarpill Pro palette, and these are all shades that they still have in their line, but I'm not sure if you can buy this palette made like this. Sugarpill makes one of the best, absolute best, colorful eyeshadow formulas, especially in mattes, okay? And yeah, I can't say enough about Sugarpill. They're getting washed out. There we go. That's more true to color. So these are the colors I currently have. Do I have two sugar butter cupcakes? But these are the colors I have right now, and I actually have some more in their singles and like their single like pot, and then I actually have duplicates of these because I first bought them when they had the quads way back when. So if they do still make their pro palette like this pre-made, definitely recommend it. But if not, their singles are the same shades, and you can pick which ones you want. And if you do have the budget for them, Sugarpill is probably top 1-2 when it comes to colorful eyeshadows. So this is one of my favorite palettes to carry with me, especially if I'm just going to grab, 2 palettes. I'll bring this and then a neutral palette and I'll be done. So really love Sugarpill's Pro palette. Probably one of the newer ones to my collection is the Acebuttes Slice of Paradise palette. This came out last year with their Paradise collection. And this is a rainbow palette, but it's a rainbow palette with a twist, okay? So there's only two shimmers in here, this color here and then this color here. And these shades are so darn pretty. They're almost... I don't know how to describe them. They're not true, like they're not as punchy as regular rainbow palettes, if that makes sense. Like it's a rainbow palette with a twist. I don't know how to describe it. Like just like this color, for instance, Bluebell. This to me is on the lighter end of the spectrum, right? But it's so pretty. So to me, they have, some pastels in here, black girl pastels, okay? So like I have the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette, and for me, like I got it because I wanted lighter shades to blend my deeper colorful shades out with, but those shades are so light, like so light. Whereas these are light shades, but they're workable for me, if that makes sense. Like these would be my pastels. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I really, really enjoy this palette. It is perfect for if you don't want to put a brown or a whatever in your crease and you just want to blend out. Like I could take this blue color and blend this dark blue color that I have in my crease out and have it be, you know, really pretty. So definitely recommend the Slice of Paradise from Acebuttes, and it's black owned. All right, last but not least, this is my go-to palette for traveling. I take a lot of trips during the fall typically, and I take this palette and maybe two single eyeshadows that are transition shades and then a darkener, a black, right? Be Perfect Carnival palette. This is their collaboration with Stacey Marie. Yes, she's a UK makeup artist, and I love this palette. When I tell y'all I love this palette, I love this palette. This is me in a palette. Okay, it's colorful, but it's neutral, if that makes sense. Like you have all your colors you would need. You have a few duochromes in it. These highlighters are whatever. I can use them, but they're not like what I gravitate towards. But like you have your neutrals, you have your colors, you have everything you would need in a palette. I absolutely love this palette, and when I tell y'all I just bring this palette, I'll bring this palette and like my Melt Rust Stack and be done. Like that's all I need to do any makeup look I want, any makeup look that my heart would desire. Like that is all I need. I love this palette. So I think it's still available. I don't think it's limited edition. I think it's still available. So of all the palettes in this video that I would recommend, this is the one that if you have no colors in your arsenal, if you have a very small makeup collection and you want colors but you need neutrals also, this is the one I would recommend. The quality is nice. It's not like Pat McGrath or anything. It's not like the best, but it's nice, and like I bring this to travel because I know that I can count on it, and I know that I can get all the looks that I would want. If I want to do colorful, I can. If I want to do neutral, I can, you know? So I just love this palette, and I have to feature this. I have to do like a 3 looks 1 palette or something with this palette, because I really like, I got this I think late summer last year, and I used it to the point where I had to put it up because I was just using it, and surprisingly using it for the neutral looks. Okay, so all right guys, so those were my top colorful palettes that I have in my eyeshadow collection right now, eyeshadow palette collection. There are other palettes that I have, but I haven't used them enough to say that yes, they are top notch, or yes, they are some of my favorite colorful palettes. So I might revisit this maybe next year or later summer or something. So but yeah, so hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite colorful palettes are. What are ones that I should put on my list once I'm off my no buy. I'm not buying any more colorful palettes. I'm not. But let me know what your favorite colorful palettes are, and maybe we have some of the same, or maybe. All right, guys, so make sure you follow me on all my social medias, Ashley Christina, at Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter. Also, Makeup Matters for Women of Color on Instagram, okay? And yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.